What is going on, everybody? My name is Tom Kelly. This is Clean Cut Audio, and in this week's 2-Minute Tuesday, I'm going to share with you the most important piece of information on how to get the best podcast recording possible. Let's do it. There is a quote that is credited to Abraham Lincoln, which who knows if he actually said it, but who cares? The meaning is great. He says, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe." This is so important, so important, because who wants to chop down a tree with a dull axe? That's brutal. Now, a lot of people in podcasting, they say, what microphone should I get in order to get rid of room noise, or I'm next to a window with busy traffic outside. What mic should I get? What interface do I need? Blah, 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 blah. None of that matters. The most important thing in the world to a recording is your environment, what room you are recording in. So if we translate these hours to dollars, if you have $600 to invest in audio equipment or any interval of that, you should be investing probably at least half into your environment. That's going to play the biggest role in any of your recordings. No microphone in the world will save you from a bad environment. Let's do some tests. If you take a look at the room that I record in, you can see that it's covered in 48 square feet of 3-inch foam panels. Now, this is for absorbing sound. We're not going to go into noise reduction coefficients right now, but this is a very absorbent room. If you clap your hands, there's not much of an echo to it. So whether I'm recording on my SM7B into my Apogee Ensemble, or I'm recording on a ATR 2100, the sound, the source recording is going to be better than the best, most expensive equipment in the world in a bad room. This will play the biggest factor on your recordings. Now, I always advocate for getting the best equipment you can afford at the time. Buy right, buy quality, buy once, whatever you want to call it. But your room is the biggest factor. Let's take this into the other side of my basement and hear how this sounds. If I were to take this microphone off-roading into the other part of my basement, you can even probably hear as I cross the threshold into the unfinished portion of my basement how this audio changes. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. By the staircase, you can hear a lot of reverberance. We're going to go into this dark, creepy portion. Check 1, 2 a little bit better because we have this curtain to the side of me. And I'm going to go check, 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 check. Into the room. We can hear how dead, how quiet this room is. That is what we want. The same setup in 2 different locations can sound drastically different. And we want this signal to be dry so that all you hear is the voice, not the room itself. Another wildly important factor as I sit in my echoey staircase is your distance from the microphone. The closer you are, the more it's going to overpower the sound of your environment. So if I back this up a little bit more and then I have to boost it in post to make it louder, you can now hear that the echo, the room tone is far worse. So as you get the microphone closer and closer to your mouth, the room tone is a little bit drowned out by this signal, lowering the signal to noise ratio. Get your mouth right on that mic and drown out your environment. If it's not perfect, it should be optimal anyway. If it's not, more reason to get close to that microphone. All right, I hope that demonstration was helpful. If you have money to invest into your podcast, first invest in your environment. I promise you that is going to do more for your sound than buying a different microphone. It doesn't matter if you spend $18,000 on an AKG C12 vacuum tube mic or $50 on whatever the podcast guru recommends for starting off on your podcast. They're both going to sound terrible in an environment that sounds terrible. Invest in your room first, invest in your sound, make sure your podcast sounds the best it can be. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you never miss a video. Tell a friend, tell a podcaster about hopefully the helpful information in these videos. That's all for this week. I'm Tom Kelly. This is Clean Cut Audio. See you next time. Bye.